Just getting started. It rained last night. Had a great conversation around dinner. Mosquitoes are terrible though. Make sure you bring insect repellent. The Magic Spring. I'm the last one to leave. The others left a few minutes ago. It's gotten really windy. Hopefully it's a tailwind. Hope this tire holds up. I got a flat yesterday and it seems to hold overnight. Very stormy looking. Downhill. Might be getting into a tailwind for a little bit too. But I haven't gone that far, maybe 5-6 miles, if that, from the lake. I think this is the border, entering Idaho. Looks like they're getting ready to take a picture. There we are on the Continental Divide. With the wind, that wind was horrendous. Oh my gosh, just got on pavement. Getting my saddle sores rattled. Smooth pavement. Well, you knew the asphalt couldn't last. I'm on this nice backwoods trail. Very smooth. Connie's, and then look at all these bikes. There's mine. I don't know whose this is. This is Nick's. This is George's, I think. And this must be Leslie's, and then that is Emily's and Gus's. It's a perfect stop. It's like 20 miles from Red Rock Lake. So 30 miles, what am I saying? 29 miles. Perfect. Everyone seems to be resupplying here at Sand Patch Grocer and Sundries. A bunch of us are going to Warm Lake. So yeah, it's right across the highway there. Entering National Forest land. Oh, it's turning to gravel right now. Look at this. Guess I want to be pushing up that. That's ridiculous. You guys get a beer or something?
We were considering it.
Power line road for probably a few miles, but this headwind sucks. A little bit of relief from the wind in these trees here, this corridor. It's still pretty windy. I'm on this double track for a while. It's kind of washboardy, so if you don't have front suspension or you have saddle sores, it's quite painful. It's also very sandy. It's that fine gravel. That's like sand, so you spin a lot of energy. So I think I have 8 miles of this shit. The only thing to make it worse if it was raining. Oh man. Come on, move. Move! Finally some halfway decent downhill. Wasn't ready for this. So almost at Warm River Campground. Leslie and Nick, I think, stayed at Buffalo, and Gus and Emily are here already. So they brought this food over for Gus and Emily, and then they saw me, so they added a plate, which was super cool. Good morning. Here we are at Warm River. It's about 8:15. I'm the last one to leave. Today for me is going to be a TBD day. Yesterday was kind of pretty tough. I think it was like 67 miles, but only less than 2,000 feet of climbing. Headwind and terrain was just really tough for me. Emily and Gus already left for the day. They're going to Coulter Bay. I may make it to Coulter Bay. I don't know, see how I feel. There's some National Park Service campgrounds along the way. Thunderstorm passed through this morning, drizzled a little bit. Weather just changes so fast here. First climb out of the campground. I think it was like 300 feet over a mile and a half. So far, much better, smoother road, and especially no bloody wind. A lot of climbing still ahead though. Asphalt. Looks like I might have 3 miles of it. I think that's the first view of the Tetons. I'm still in Idaho, but I think that's them through the fire and smoke. This is like a high plain or something. This is really awesome. I think it's road 4500. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's the Tetons out there. This is Idaho for you. From where I came. Here we are at South Boone Creek. I think I'm going to get some water. This isn't on the ACA map, but it looks like a nice informal campground. You have access to the creek, and there's a flat area over there. Welcome to Wyoming. This is kind of the stuff I've been riding through, and then it'll go into the woods and then open up into these prairies, or I guess that's not a prairie, a meadow. Grassy Lake, 11 miles, Jackass Meadow. Just stopping now, it's 3:30. I have about 8 miles to one of the campgrounds. If I get there at 5:30, I think I'm going to stop for the day. Stop for a little snack. Peanut butter cracker seems to be my go-to thing lately. I'll have some potato chips. I think it's about 10 miles to the lodge, but I'm not going to the lodge. It's like $390 a night. I'd do it if I had someone to split it with. It is Friday. I don't know if I could get a room. I think I'm going to stop at either National Park Service Campsite 1 or Campsite 2, whichever one I come upon first that has water. There's the lake back there. It just looks like lily pads. Grassy Lake Dam. There we go. Leaving Targhee Togwotee National Forest and entering John D Rockefeller Memorial Parkway. Still trying to find the first campsite. The day of the week I'm learning is playing into my accommodations. They have the 8 campsites. They're single campsites, but it's Friday about 4 o'clock or 4:30, and they're already going to be full. I've already looked at 3 of them and they're taken, so maybe there'll be some other bikers here and they'll let me stay with them. That would be awesome. Interesting landscape though. I don't want to impede you in any way if you want to do
no,
it.
we're not doing anything other than hanging out waiting to talk to.
Yeah.
The view from campsite 2 at John J Rockefeller Jr. Parkway. The idea was to keep today relatively short so I could regroup a little bit and figure out what I have to do before Pinedale. And of course today was perfect. You saw the hail, except for I left my tent stakes at the previous campground. So anyway, I looked at the route, and the idea now is to go into Pinedale, be there on Monday and Tuesday. So tomorrow I think is Lava Mountain Lodge. I'm going to try and do that. It's 67 miles and I think it's like 4,500 feet of climbing. Good morning. Just leaving campsite. Good night. Going to the lodge to hopefully get some breakfast. 7:30 departure. That's my record. Oh my goodness, pavement already. Okay, just leaving Flag Ranch. Had breakfast. The buffet was $22. 23 with tax. I guess we're entering Grand Teton National Park. How about that? The shoulders virtually disappeared right after Lizard Creek Campground. Must be an amazing view without the smoke. So this is the camp store or convenience store. I don't have service, so I'm not going to go into Culture Bay, but I believe there's a pizza parlor in there in the campground or near the campground. There they all in all their smoke-filled glory. Yep. 10 miles to Turpin Meadows. Buffalo Fork River. It looks like there's people out here. I think I'm coming up on the restaurant that's on the ACA map. Welcome to Buffalo Valley Ranch. Okay, just about to leave the Buffalo Valley Cafe stop. They have open Wi-Fi, which is really nice of them because I don't think I'm gonna get any more service for a little bit. Oh dear. Anyway, I gotta go this way, and the hill climbs in a little while, and I looked at the Climb Pro, and I think it's like the big hill is 1,800 feet over 6 miles or something, so that'll be the bulk of the day's climbing. Oh yeah, I hear you. Looks like it ends here. I don't know what body of water this is, but this is Turpin Meadow Ranch. is right up there. It's gravel right up past there, and that's where the climb's going to start. So Wyatt and Darren just passed me. They're going to Falls Campground. This is going to empty us out on the Highway 20, and I'll see where I stand. Old Togwotee highway is actually pretty good. Now look at these, all these dead trees. They're a different kind of dead than the ones in Montana. They're brown, not that gray. Oh, here comes the rain. I will say that whenever the gradient gets steeper, the road gets rougher. Seems to be a given. Just stopped at the convenience store there at the Togwotee Lodge. There's not much there, it's a very small store. He'd have a sandwich and jerky, of course. You can always find jerky on this ride. Not a problem. Highway 20 is just gorgeous. Really beautiful. Got a super wide shoulder. Togwotee. That's the highest I've ever been. 9,800 feet. Took a picture from the rest area there, the bear warning. Seemed to be a lot of bear activity. I am seeing some scat. And I think this is the time of day they become active. It's like what, 7 o'clock now? Wow, what a view. Beautiful time of day. Looks like the rain kind of cleared out some of the smoke. Or the weather anyway, but then you have these, I guess it's more lava. That's why I'm going to Lava Mountain, I guess. Beautiful time of day to be here. The sun came out. Oh, it's so good. What a great way to end the day. I guess this is the other lodge. The one before Lava Mountain. And that must be Brooks Lake. Odd why Brooks Lake Campground and Pinnacles in the Shoshone National Forest aren't on the ACA map. Whew, a little chilly. Now I'm out of the sun. Stayed at Lava Lodge. Can't say I necessarily recommend it. $56 for a tent site, and then they charge you for a shower, you know, like $2 for 5 minutes. But I was kind of in need of power and Wi-Fi, and it gets me closer to Pinedale. Getting a very late start today, so I don't know how efficient that was to do. It's 5 after 8. I've been charging my batteries because I didn't do them last night. I got in late last night and saw Gus and Emily. I was with them till I think we closed the restaurant at 9 o'clock. And the tent site isn't really just a tent site. It's like a group site. There was like maybe, I must have saw 6 cyclists, 6 tents there last night. I heard them rustling like at 5:20. I woke up and then I got out of my tent at like 6:05 and they were all gone. This is where they dumped the dog poo at the tent site. How about that? Okay, gone about 2 miles. Gonna drop down now. I think I'm gonna do Union Pass today. I'm gonna go up over those mountains there, hills, whatever they are. ETA map calls this a informal campground. There's bear boxes. There's a pit toilet. Gus and Emily stayed here last night, I believe. That was their plan after I saw them. They're going to Pinedale today, and that's 90 miles. Oh my goodness. Just finished that first climb, 1,300 feet in 4 miles, and I've only gone like 8 miles for the day. And I want to say it's like noon. Good old cattle herding. Wow, look at all this wood. This must be old logging years ago. Warm Springs Creek again. Oh, here goes the campground. Interesting weather today. It's been like windy, cold. Seems I'm skirting the storms. I haven't been rained on. I've had the clouds come in, as you can see above me. So here we go, downtown Du Nord. And Du Bois is 15 miles to the left. I believe I am going to make a right here. And there's a little information plaque here. And a pit toilet. Plenty of places to get water. Today has to be the hardest day of climbing so far. I mean, I am on Union Pass Road. Just these short, relatively short, very steep climbs with these road conditions is the hardest. And I got off the bike, I think twice, and I couldn't get back on it because it was so steep. The other thing is it's Sunday. There's a bunch of these ATV/dune buggies that are coming down, but no trail magic. Really kind of disappointed, actually. Very windy up here. Going down. I can't really go too fast because of the rocks. Teton National Forest. Union Pass, interpretive site. Thought I was at Union Pass. There must be over 100 of them I saw today. This descent would be ideal with a hardtail. If I had front suspension, it could just flow through this stuff. First moose. Just took a leak in the pond there. It's giving me stink eye. I think I've gone into another valley. Oh, look at this. Is this it? I actually just finished a climb according to Garmin, and I stopped to eat a can of chicken that I have for food. And then I found the strawberry safety shelter. I think with this current situation with my tent with no stakes, and it's already 6:30, but if I go to Whiskey Grove Campground, whatever it's called, I mean, I don't know how windy it is, if it's exposed. I don't have tent stakes, so my feeling is I'm just going to crash here. This way I can get set up for dinner, maybe get ready for breakfast tomorrow, try and get an early start. Okay, just leaving Strawberry Safety Shelter. For some reason I was thinking I was calling it Strawberry Creek. There's no creek around here, but although you do pass, I think it's called Fisher's Creek, before you get here in the climb. Getting out the door at 7:10. That's pretty early for me. That is the earliest so far. 57 miles to Pinedale. Another gorgeous morning. Hopefully the road will cooperate, and I'm whining already. Strawberry Safety Shelter, which I think is mostly for snowmobilers. I have to say there's something nice about getting out this early. Just the quality of the light and the briskness in the air. Plus, you know, the headwinds you probably beat. Might even beat the afternoon storms. So I could definitely see the advantage. It's just that it's kind of hard to get out of the tent sometimes when it's brisk outside. On this road, it's like, you know, you call it pea gravel, but it's actually like gumball size mixed in with pea gravel. And Pinedale, here we come. These last 2 days have been the hardest riding, I think, in terms of surface, except for the sandy bits and headwind on the ride to Warm River. I'm sorry to complain and be negative. I really wanted to get to Pinedale as part of the problem. This road is just killing me. Can't get any speed. I'm about 11 miles in, and there is Mosquito Lake. I guess every lake could be mosquito here. Going to continue. Hoping the road conditions improve, and sorry to keep whining about it. I think because my bike's so front heavy, it's a little bit more challenging for me to ride. I think if I wasn't so loaded, I'd be a little bit more aggressive with my riding style. Oh my God. This is like a sea of rocks. The rocks are the white caps, and all of the ripples and washboards and potholes are the waves, or the little, you know, the low points in the wave. Not a good time to have a scratchy nose. It's just after the GoPro shot where I adjusted the harness, but why do I keep saying but there's some kind of valley, gorgeous, and we're going to continue. Just came that way, and there's Whiskey Grove Campground. Great water access. I'm glad I didn't try and make it here last night. There's no wind protection without stakes for my tent. Oh my, there is a God. I'm leaving Bridger National Forest at the Kendall Valley Lodge and Pavement. There's a place called The Place. It's not open for some reason. It's like 11:30, and I'm technically in Cora. I still have like at least 25 miles to go. Quite a view though. The short answer is I need food. I need energy. It's got to be a 20-25 mile an hour headwind. If I stop pedaling, I stop going downhill. On my way to Pinedale. Still have 7 miles on this road, but I don't have a headwind anymore. Christy and Clayton are amazing. I had dinner last night with a father and son team from Iowa, and then the boys from California that I've been tag teaming with. Yesterday was tough because of the road conditions, and basically I bonked with no food. I was an angry cyclist yesterday. Anyway, here today having a great rest day. Yesterday when we came into town I was so starving. I just went to the first restaurant, which was the Wrangler Cafe. I had the chili burger, onion rings. It was okay, but I was starving. I would have eaten anything. Productive day, restful but productive day here in Pinedale. Really glad I did it. So I may have overreacted from not having enough food yesterday. I got some crackers, got some Kind bars. This was at the supermarket. I got these at Family Dollar. And you know, this stuff's kind of bulky, this pad thai, but I ate that the first night, it'll be gone.